Once again, it's your boy D Calico, and you are now watching Crumb TV.
Brother Red Pill representing Know the Ledge, one half of the Twin Pillars. I am here rocking with Crumb TV.
No, you are watching Crumb TV.
You can find me on Crumb TV.
You can catch me on Crumb TV.
This is Chief Kalanago here at Crumb TV.
I am Joy Allen of the Memoirs of a Karmic Dynasty in the Crumb TV studio.
Honored to be on your program, brother.
Peace.
Peace.
Crumb TV.
Peace. Ashe. Islam. Namaste. Hotep. Grand Rising. Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum salam. Bom dia. Oseo. Halito. Wagwan. Que paso. Que pasa. Hola. Aloha. Bonjour. Whatever the greeting is in your respective language, family, I am your humble brother Crumb here for another installation of Crumb TV. You already know what it is, family. This episode is called Electro Smog. Oh my God, we're in for a good one today. But before I get into this PowerPoint, I want to acknowledge the family. One piece of what I do that is very big to me is acknowledgement. So I want to make sure to give the flowers while you can still smell them. Number one in the building, True King. True King says, peace, family. Brother, the beard gang is looking on point. Excuse me. Does anybody see that beard gang is on 5,000? I'm just a little, I'm a little bit jealous, but let's just move on. Here we go. Some feminine energy in the building. Magna O's Fama Show. She says, greetings, family. Love. I'm saying greetings back. I see you. I appreciate you. I admire you. You're very pretty. Number 3 in the building, her again, my brother, about to some data. My brother, about to some, I'm sure that's a typo, but I feel the positive energy there. I still feel it. Let's go to number 4, which is technically number 3. Gemini 9 says, peace, family. You see what she did right there with it's like Ashe and peace together. Pretty slick. Pretty slick, babes. Pretty slick. All right. And just to kind of, add some secret sauce on it, I just want to do one more. I don't know why my trifecta has 4 in it. I'm having problems with my, gematria, but I just want to do it. Lawanda Bay says, greetings. I'm saying greetings back. I see you. I appreciate you. With that said, family, I want to ask that you can we do a roll call real quick just to ask where you're at, who you are. Well, we know who you are, but where are you at, family? Especially if you're across the pond, and only the people across the pond know what that actually means. With that said, Electro Smog. It's time to get into it, family. So with that said, I have to, refer to my master teacher, because as you know, family, I am the master student. My master teacher, my big brother, D Calico. Peace and love, brother. How are you? Just hit that. Good.
Yeah, all is well. All is well. What's going on, my brother? Peace to the family.
Yes. So yeah, we're here today, brother, and I'm excited to really get into this. But before we get into it, first things first, I have to be a good host, and acknowledge my guests. Brother, can you tell the people, if they don't know, because you've been up here several times, who you are, where they can find you at?
Yeah, it's the neighborhood etymologist, D Calico on YouTube, or you can look up the Supreme Shock Etymologist series on the Alhambra Society. That's also on YouTube.
The Supreme, did you say the Supreme Etymologist?
Supreme Shock Etymology.
Oh, yeah. Now, Supreme Shock Etymology, I was just looking for your moniker, because I'm into that type of thing. What did you call yourself?
I'm the neighborhood etymologist.
The neighborhood etymologist.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Real.
He said, for real. The neighborhood etymologist. So I'm glad to have you, D Calico, the neighborhood etymologist, on a platform with me, your brother Crumb, the master student. You are in good company, brother. Do you mind if we get right into it? Electro Smog.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All right, so I'm going to do a little reading here for the family, if you don't mind, to get us really engaged with it. So it says our planet is based on frequencies. First one is pro-survival positive. The next one is counter-survival negative. And it reads here in the little blurb we have. We could label the time we live in as a technology age, as well as the radiation age. People today are bombarded with radiation. Unfortunately, radiation doesn't go away over time. In fact, it just accumulates. Scientists have concluded that no amount of radiation is safe, none at all, and we don't know the long-term effects. But here's what we do know. When any radiation wave resonates with the body part, the biological effect is intensified. Example, microwave frequencies are very similar to the frequencies of your brain. The effects microwaves have on your brain are greater than the same waves on any other part of the body. Although studies are done to view the effects of radiation, most of these studies are done for short exposure periods at higher intensities. There is an immense shortage of studies using long exposure periods with low-level radiation. Radiation, I'll say this again, radiation accumulates over time and never goes away. That's an important part. Last point, and then I'll pass the mic. Due to the amount of radiation everyone is exposed to daily, it is difficult to conduct studies using control groups. Radiation can't really be controlled anymore due to the unavoidable invasion. Brother, do you care to add value?
I mean, we actually got so many slides. I was gonna, kind of just flow through it for a little second. I'm sure the people get, they caught up to speed.
Let's continue. So right here we have a scale of the sun's wave. The first wave that the sun emits are very big, almost really curvy lines, and those are radio waves, and they're the size of a big building. After that, they get about as big as a human, which is 10 to the 8th. Microwave is 10 to the 2nd, which is very close to the humans. Next one is the butterfly. I don't see one for that. Infrared is the size of a pin needle head, and the visible light is the size of a cell in the body. Ultraviolet is the size of your DNA. X-ray is the size of an atom, and gamma ray is the size of the nucleus of an atom. Just to give you an idea of the size of the waves, let's continue. Protect your brain and body against the harmful effects of electromagnetic field radiation. In other words, EMF. So you're going to have your power lines that's out in the fields, transformers in the cities, substations surrounding the cities, telecom towers on the outside of the cities as well, microwave ovens right there in your house, Wi-Fi, and bombarding you along with the microwaves. Can electromagnetic fields from power lines, home wiring, airport, and military radar, substations, transformers, computers, and appliances cause brain tumors, leukemia, birth defects, miscarriages, chronic fatigue, headaches, cataracts, heart problems, stress, nausea, chest pain, forgetfulness, cancer, and other health problems? EPA says the threat is real. Number 5, electromagnetic radiation fields. This exposure to electromagnetic fields originates from power lines, transformers, dirty electric due to poor wiring. Ooh, that's the first time I heard that. I never heard the term dirty electric. If you've never heard the term dirty electric, can you please press 1? I'm going to lead that parade. I've never heard the term dirty electric due to poor wiring. I never thought about that. And there we go. Moving forward, dirty electric, which is due to poor wiring, cell phone, radio, and TV towers, Wi-Fi, wireless LAN, which is LAN, landlines, cordless or cell phones, microwave ovens, baby monitors, and other appliances. In 1989, the Electric Power Research Institution praised the methodology of a power line study which linked leukemia, prostate, and other cancers in young men with chronic exposure to magnetic fields. Electrical pollution is a subtle pollutant that is slowly harming us. This energy comes through the breaker box and is carried through the electrical wiring to appliances and electronic equipment in the home. Have you thought what might be on the other side of your electrical box? Could it be your bedroom, your child's room, or major appliances? Are you having a problem going to sleep, sleeping, or walking, or waking up in the night? This could be a sign of EMF pollution. Now, this right here, I just want to add value really quickly. I've heard a lot of people say they had trouble sleeping. A lot of people. And I've never, prior to this live, heard anybody postulate that it could be because of EMF pollution. Wow. Moving forward, please or no?
Yeah. I was just gonna add that the ELF waves, what we call extra low frequencies. People think they're not harmful, but the pineal is so sensitive, to vibration, to of course light, but the vibration is not letting your pineal rest at night. You know what I mean? Those ELF waves are steadily attacking it, and it's never, it can never not know that it's being bombarded.
Now, brother, I wanted to say this. The family may not be 100% savvy with a lot of these terms, EMF, ELF, whatever the new acronym is.
Mm-hmm.
However, when you say ELF,
Mm-hmm.
The L stands for low and the F stands for frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the E stands for extra low. Not just low, extra low frequency. We know vibrating at a low frequency isn't good. If we don't know anything else, we know that, hey, I don't want to vibrate low. We know what emotions, thoughts, and feelings are associated with vibrating low. So when you talk about extra low frequencies, even though I might not be a scientist, hey, fine. I know I don't want to vibrate low and I want to vibrate high. I want to laugh. I want to smile. I want to love. I want to be loved, so on and so forth. And we consider those high vibrating energies versus extra low frequencies, elves. Is that correct?
I say, because these are essentially what we call silent weapons. Like we wouldn't even understand if they pointed a certain radiation type of weapon, at a home, and a person had a seizure or a stroke or something. We wouldn't understand. You feel me? Because we don't know that they actually have silent weapons, that can attack your pineal. If your pineal is active, it can be attacked. That's why they say sometimes we'll hear that ringing sound. You'll be like, what's that noise? I hear a ringing sound. Y'all don't hear that? That's them. That's the test of the emergency broadcast system, making sure you can be attacked. Like a dog whistle. Go ahead, brother.
That's the one?
That's him. Yeah.
Okay. Shall I continue?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely help you out too. Some of that reading.
Oh no, you're fine. I don't mind. I don't mind at all.
All right, better.
Bad buzz for tech users. Cell phones, Wi-Fi, smart meters, and broadcast antennas have made our lives easier, but scientists say these have also made us more vulnerable to health hazards. Increased risk of cancer, neurological disorders, anomalies in the reproductive system, learning and memory defects, imbalance in the immune system. Scientists say, number one, explore alternative practices to reduce exposure to radio frequency radiation. Number two, teach people how to avoid risks. And number three, encourage manufacturers to develop safer technologies. That'll be the day, folks. Now, under here, it says Danish schoolgirl experiment. Cress seeds grown for 12 days in 2 rooms at the same temperature, water, and sunshine. Half exposed to Wi-Fi radiation next to Wi-Fi routers, and the other half not. So we can see at the very bottom right side. Let me see if I can just get rid of this just for a quick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring that back and just try to get rid of all of this just for a quick millisecond, just to focus the family's attention. The stuff on the right side had the Wi-Fi. The one on the left side did not have the Wi-Fi. A good teacher doesn't tell you what to see, only where to look. So let me now on the top right hand side it says 5G changes everything. No EMFs. On the bottom it says Newsweek US. Parents concerned as fourth child diagnosed with cancer while attending California school with cell phone tower on the campus. What is a tumor? Next slide, or what say ye, good brother?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to just add that, we call these devices smart, and we got to go to etymology. We got to know what smart really means. Smart really means severe pain. So this really is smart. These phones really are hurting you. My phone in particular, like, it be actually hurting my ear. So I won't even talk with it up to my ear. I have to talk on speakerphone. Wish I didn't have to use it at all. I really wish I had a house cell phone. I mean, a house phone with a cord to it. You know what I mean? Because I don't remember these, the house phone ever hurting my ear. But these things, if you're not paying attention, you're just gonna keep getting your brain cooked because we already know that they run on the same frequency as a microwave. So if you walk by a microwave with your cell phone, then you're gonna see it like, fidgety. It's gonna get disrupted because they're on the same frequency. So this cell phone, these headphones, these things are operating on the same frequency as a microwave. So it's doing the same thing. It's just doing it on a lower, it's like a lower temperature, still cooking your brain.
You really blew my mind with just about every word you said, because I was going to go and focus on the first bit, but everything was crazy. But you said smartphone. Smart means pain. Ouch, that's smartphone. They hurt. That's painful. That's interesting that you point that out. All right, can we move on, brother? What do you think?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me get this thing out the way. Why EMF is harmful? Alters permeability of the blood-brain barrier. Permeability alters permeability of the blood-brain barrier, thus allows the transfer of toxins from blood to brain, enhances the appearance of many diseases, alters biological cycles, hormones levels, causes chromosomal damage and fertility, causes cataracts and eye problems, alters mood, learning abilities, release of more adrenaline in most people within 15 minutes, increases rate of cancer cell division. Leukemia and other cancers increase greatly among people living near overhead power cables. Protect your brain and body parts, the harmful effects of cell phone radiation. Okay, I see some pictures here. And I'm going to keep it mature, brother. I did not know there was a picture of a scrotum in this PowerPoint, but we're just going to move forward. Central nervous system at the top left-hand corner. It says EEG altered, cognitive function altered, melatonin secretion altered. That's why you can't sleep at night. Heart rate up, blood pressure up. It's not what you're eating, folks. It's not because of that iPhone 9. It's because of that ham hock 9. It's the ham hock family. I'm sorry, it's not the ham hock. It's the iPhone. My apologies. Other symptoms: fatigue, burning near ear, headaches, numbness, tingling, concentration down, sperm motility down, viability down, morphology down, OS up, DNA in question. Oh my God. Okay, I am scared for my future children based off these phones. Can I go on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Stop cooking the brain. Start using CF coffee 8-in-1. Don't ever sleep with mobile under the pillow. I'm guilty of this. If you are guilty of sleeping with your phone under your pillow, press 1. I'm going to lead that parade. I sleep with my phone under my pillow. There I go. Confessions of a student that does fail. Confessions of a student that does fail. I'm a master student, but I'm not a straight A student. Okay? I am a master student, not a straight A student. I sleep with my cell phone under my pillow, and after this video, I'm gonna have to do better. All right, so now that I've led that party and the cat's out family, not everybody on the internet is always right. Not everybody on the internet is perfect. regardless of what you may think. Oh no, I follow so and so and he walks on water. All right, let's just come back to reality. Shout out to the family. Vincent. Amber Gaucher said she does not. You better than me, okay? Jeez, you better than me. Me and Charbet got some work to do. Jeez Louise. Thinking. Says keep it 3 feet away when you sleep. All right. That's a best demonstrated practice. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do better. All right. So, brother, I want to apologize. I wanted to just kind of bring myself down to earth real quick. Do you mind?
And now we great. We great.
Okay.
We all grounded now.
We're all grounded. We're all down to earth. Now we can move on.
Yeah.
Crumb's perfect. No, I never said that. All right.
Hey, put it like this. Hey, we might get a 4.0, but we never had a 5.0.
Okay, right.
Hey, you know, our GPA ain't going that high.
Right. My GPA ain't at a 5.0. Jeez, Louise.
Yeah, no. Jeez Louise.
All right, so it says, don't ever sleep with your mobile under the pillow. Mobiles emit harmful radiation due to the transmission of signals around 900 megahertz. Radiation may damage your brain. It may also cause headaches and muscle pain. It may better safe than sorry. Spread this message if you really care for others and create awareness. So to the bottom left-hand side, breakdown of blood-brain barrier, increased risk of eye cancer, increased risk of ear tumors, increased risk of other cancers. Before we go forward, I wanted to just add value. I'm going to add a slide right here because I wanted to point out what I said already in another video, but I want to kind of say it again. LeBron James got a cell phone deal. Okay, it was AT&T. It was AT&T. LeBron James AT&T deal.
Here are some matching videos.
So as we know, or we may not know, whatever, LeBron James got an AT&T deal. And we all know that, you know, they were giving him all these phones and a lot of electronics and so on and so forth. That's really fine and great. Every time you saw LeBron, he had the newest phone or the newest tablet or just some new type of thing in his hand. And he always had that. Now, what you may not know, LeBron James, oh, I'm sorry, wrong one. Fan notice bump on LeBron James' face. I'm gonna try to find a picture. I can't find it here. I'm gonna go back to all.
It might not be because you put the word fanned.
Oh, thank you. Well, it wasn't me who did that, but nonetheless. LeBron James remembers his spring surgery on jaw tumor. It was nerve-wracking experience. And if you just look right here, let me just see, can I make this bigger? Just so nobody think I'm making this up. Few fans noticed the growing lump on LeBron James' face. Okay? After he got that AT&T deal, a lump grew on his face. I'm not saying it was from the cell phones. I'm not saying it was because of AT&T. Nobody go and say Crumb is attacking LeBron's. I'm just saying a good teacher don't tell you what to think. They just tell you where to look. I'm sorry, they don't tell you what to see. They just tell you where to look. I'm just telling you where to look. You draw your own conclusions, please and thank you. I was going to add that here in a slide, but I guess I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hit delete. My apologies. Oop, that's not delete. That is. Okay. EMFS effect. Our magnetic field stress levels, your DNA, create radiation fields around us, affect our ability to heal. Exposure to 5G waves leads us to flu-like symptoms. Harmful effects of mobile radiation, loss of sleep, headaches, fatigue, memory loss, ringing in ears, joint pain, low energy, depression, so on and so forth, leukemia as well. Scientists estimate our daily exposure to electromagnetic radiation is 100 million times higher than just 50 years ago. Oncogene. Did I pronounce that right, brother?
Yeah.
Oncogene. Oncogene is a gene that has potential to cause cancer. In tumor cells, they are often mutated or expressed at high level. Most normal cells will undergo a programmed form of rapid cell death, which is called apoptosis. In a critical condition, their function altered. And in critical condition, their function altered. Mutation of normal gene by UV light, X-rays, and chemicals. Tumor suppressor gene. It is also called anti-oncogene. Oncogene. It is a gene that protects the cell from one step on the path to cancer. What this gene mutates to causes a loss of reduction in its function. The cell can progress to cancer, usually in combination with other genetic changes. Second group, it makes protein that normally prevent cell division or cause cell death. Their third group contains DNA repair genes, which help prevent mutations that lead to cancer. Proto-oncogenes and tumor suppressor genes work much like the ulterior and brakes, accelerator and brakes of a car, respectively. Brother, I'm sure I read this wrong all types of ways. Can you kind of help me understand what I was trying to read?
Yeah, see, I was also gonna point out on the last one, like I hope people, realize, like it said that we are under 100 million times more radiation than 50 years ago. Like, if nobody think that was gonna, affect them in any kind of way, then I mean, I'm sure you're gonna get a vaccine. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not even a logical thinker. So I mean, like our people got to understand that we are being bombarded. You said 100 million times more radiation. For some reason, I guess we think a little radiation is good. Well, how about 100 million more times of that little bit? You feel me? So, basically, we getting more of this than we getting natural sunlight. Like we not the children of Ra no more. You know, we the children of the Matrix.
Mm.
For real.
TOR, orgone matrix neutralizer. TOR is a device that neutralizes and converts harmful EMFs and torsion radiation and positive orgone energy, parentheses, bioenergy. Microwave radiation heats not only food, but your brain too. On these pictures, you can see how the brain is healing. How the brain is heating up while you're talking on a cell phone. Now, this is the brain to the far left of a 5-year-old child, in the middle of a 10-year-old child, and an adult. So as we can see, the effects of a cell phone are going to be more severe on your child than you. In the diagrams, you can see that the child's brain is more vulnerable to EMF radiation than the brain of an adult. To the far right, it says, Robert O. Becker, author of The Body Electric, stated the following on page 314 of his book. It's microwave sickness. First signs are low blood pressure and slow pulse. The later and most common manifestations of chronic excitation of the sympathetic nervous system, stress syndrome, and high blood pressure. This phase also often includes headaches, dizziness, eye pain, sleepiness, irritability, anxiety, stomach pain, nervous tension, inability to concentrate, hair loss, plus an increased incidence of appendicitis, cataracts, reproductive problems, and cancers. The chronic symptoms are eventually succeeded by crisis of adrenal exhaustion and ischemic heart disease. Ischemic heart disease, the blockage of coronary arteries, and heart attacks. You wanted to add something, brother?
Yeah, I was just saying how I was just going to say how it's attacking your nervous system. to the point that it said, we're going to have a crisis of adrenal exhaustion. It's like your body putting up a fight. It's like it's wartime. But it's done used it all up because it ain't went to war. It's going to war just sitting there. Because you're being bombarded with this, electro smog. You feel me? So you're being attacked on a cellular level, and I mean literally attacked. So your adrenaline is responding to that, and like they say, we having a crisis of adrenal exhaustion. I mean, we're not even, we're not gonna make it to old age and be able to say we have this anymore. That's why a lot of people are low on testosterone, et cetera, et cetera.
That's powerful. That's powerful. In another book entitled Health Effects of Microwave Radiation by author Lalita Lee also expressed his concerns over the use of microwaves. Dr. Lee observed that the symptoms listed above could be caused by certain observations shown below. Lymphatic disorders leading to decreased ability to prevent certain types of cancer, an elevated rate of cancer cell formation in the blood, increased rate of stomach and intestinal cancers, high rates of digestive disorders, and gradual breakdown of the system of elimination. Facts. Let's deal with some of these facts. Russians banned the microwave oven after extensive studies.
It's giving, brother. I was just going to say before I want them to pay attention because this is really where it gets good, especially about your microwave. The Russians invented the microwave. So who else knows best, but the people who actually put the studies in the longest, so I'm gonna let my brother come finish.
So I didn't know that. Russians invented the microwave. So after extensive studies, they also banned the microwave. Microwaves were first invented by Nazis in order to provide a method of cooking for their troops during World War II. Seeing as though these microwave ovens have been experimental and new, the Department of Defense was assigned to research these new devices shortly after the war. Turns out the U.S. just didn't really perform the extensive research necessary to for the new invention. Instead, the Russians decided to tackle the issue with extreme force. Intrigued by this new device, the Russians conducted in-depth research to discover the biological effects they might possess. The results were staggering enough to lead to a ban on the new devices in the Soviet Union. The ban, however, was later lifted during sometime the political movement responsible for the reconstructing of the Soviet Union. The findings include seven things. Number one, carcinogenic substances were formed from the microwaving of nearly all foods tested. Microwaving milk and grains resulted in carcinogenic substances being formed through the conversion of amino acids. Microwaving prepared meats caused cancer-causing agents such as something to form. Microwaving fruits as a method of thawing resulted in a conversion of glucoside and glucoside fractions into carcinic substances. Extremely short exposure of raw, cooked, or frozen vegetables converted their plant alkaloids into carcinogens. Carcinogen-free radicals were formed in microwave plants, especially rooted vegetables. If you don't know what that means, family, we're talking about things like carrots and potatoes. Structural degradation leading to the decreased food value was found to be 60 to 90% overall for all foods tested, with significant decreases in bioavailability of B complex vitamins, vitamin C and E, essential minerals, and liptotropics. 20 years of Russian research led to the international warning about the damaging biological and environmental effects microwaves possess. The warning also included other similar frequency electronic devices, such as dun 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 cell phones. Brother, do you mind if I get my what? My sound effects? I'm sorry. I did it yesterday or maybe the day before, and I'm just in love with it. I really need some water too. In the name of sloppy Jesus. Dun, dun, dun. I hope it's the same one. Oh, it is. I just love this little coyote. Oh my God. Oh, don't spoil it. Not yet, family. Let me get to another part where I feel we're getting to somewhere good. Then I'm going to smash that button. And this is 33 slides, Jesus age. 33 degrees of masonry, 33 bones in the spinal column. Here we go. And we're only at 13. Exposure to ultrasound in urethra
In utero, the utero. Yeah.
Can cause the following effects. Let me just make sure I understand when you say exposure to ultrasound in utero can cause uterus ultrasounds when a woman's pregnant. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. So these sonograms, so to speak.
Sonograms.
Yeah. And that should show all of us, even though we men, we don't have to get sonogram, but don't think you shouldn't have to worry about this. But anyways, when you go to these buildings and they want to put this thing on your forehead, there's no difference. You know what I mean? They sonogramming your pineal gland right quick, huh? And they're gonna do the same thing like we see here, like these side effects. If Brother Crumb gonna go ahead and break it down for you.
He said, just like you sonogramming your baby, these machines is sonogramming your pineal gland. Damn, Gina. Can somebody type in damn Gina? Hold on. You know what? I'm not gonna ask nobody for nothing. Don't ask for somebody to do for you what you can do for yourself. DAMN, comma, GINA, exclamation mark. Yeah, this is crazy. All right, so damn Gina. Here we go. The following effects of ultrasound on the uterus: growth retardation in children, preterm labor, low birth weight, miscarriage, fetal demise, birth defects, genital malformation, neurological damage, damage to DNA, thyroid and hormonal damage, childhood leukemia, brain damage, heart defects, damage to the immune system, delayed speech, autism, hearing loss, deafness, infertility, damage to the liver and lungs. Now, I know in the back of my mind, one of these Negroes who suffer from cognitive dissonance and they just go to the indoctrination schools and they believe everything the European says, they're turning over right now and they're very upset with us. I can imagine that. So I want to say to those people that and to the listening audience who just wants to know more. At one point in time, because there are levels to these machines, just like there's levels to these shoes. You remember when we were kids that some of us had bobos, they make your feet feel fine for $1.99. I don't know. I was raised up north. That's the song they used to sing to me when I came into school with them joints that I had the joints that strapped on. I had the strap joints. You remember them gray joints with the two straps? Y'all know what I'm talking about. They still got them out now. I had them janks. Anyway. So now when we go to the sonograms, y'all got to understand these hospitals in the hood, I think it was John Hopkins and them, they had the worst sonograms. And back in the day, a lot of our brothers and sisters had a hearing problem in one ear. A lot of you people out there, you've only got a hearing problem in one ear. I bet you didn't know. And this is only in the melanated community, because the safe sonograms that you're doing, I did my research. Sonograms are safe. Yeah, probably in them rich neighborhoods that you don't go to. That the rich neighborhoods that I'm sorry, those rich doctors that aren't in your network. Y'all know the network I'm talking about. You'll call Anthem and Blue Shield, Medicare, Medicaid. And they're going to tell you, oh, that doctor's not in your network.
Hey, brother, Obamacare.
You not in that in that network. Those sonograms. A lot of the brothers and sisters back in the day, from the hood, had an issue, including myself. When I was a kid, I had an issue where in one ear. I just thought it was me until I found out there was a bunch of us. And out of all of these things, the number one thing that has happened more so than any of them is hearing loss and deafness. And I never understood that, and even why I personally was a victim of it. But if you think about it, the name of it is ultra sound. So if you can't connect the idea that your baby who has not fully developed ears yet can't handle a ultra sound, then your baby don't deserve no hearing because the mama can't put it together. So no, that baby don't, the baby can, you got 2 ears. The baby gonna have a hard time learning because of what the parents didn't know. Now the baby got to suffer from the parents' ignorance. Well, luckily God gave the baby 2 ears, so the baby can afford to have a stupid parent, because maybe the other ear can be regular. And no judgment, because hey, I'm telling you, my mom had me when she was 15. I got 1 ear that is effed up, and I'm not the only one. And just like a slew of other issues that they're going to blame on hereditary, being hereditary, it's really because, what you don't know will hurt you, and they're going to blame it on you. But let's move forward. Yes, even smart cars. While devoid of carbon monoxide or other stinky pollutants, high-tech electric cars are instead emitting large amounts of an invisible pollutant, electromagnetic field radiation, or EMF radiation. EMF radiation is a low form of energy released by any tech with a plug or battery that uses electricity. Modern science has proven that extended exposure to these emissions cause adverse health effects. EMF radiation risk from electric cars. The repercussion of EMF radiation is intense. Long doses cause cell damage, DNA fragmentation, fertility problems, and neurological effects that can lead to health disorders and behavioral issues. Now, I want to lead this parade as well. Brothers and sisters, just in case, Crumb's very judgmental. I drive a Prius. I don't know if anybody know that, Crumb, I can imagine you in a big body Benz. Can you imagine me in a Toyota Prius? Can you do that? Because that's what I drive. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. If I had the opportunity to buy a different type of car, I would, prior to this video, take pride in driving an electric car, because that's more of my style. I'm more of a frugal person. I'm not the guy that's gonna drive a there's this one girl in my hood back in the day. She drove a I think she drove like a Yukon. No. It was bigger. An Excursion. She drove an Excursion, and she was always by herself. This was before Uber. She drove a small bus and was always by her. Nobody even in the passenger. And that chick was like maybe 5'2". In a small bus. She drove an Excursion.
Hey, she the colonel of this tank.
She drove a tank. So, no judgment, but I'm like, why that girl, smallest thing on the block, driving the biggest thing in the world? So, but I took pride in the electric cars, not thinking about the EMFs. I didn't even conceive that. But one of the master teachers told us that we can put diodes around ourselves. He went by the name of Dr. Delbert Blair. I just want to mention that real quick, because we can protect ourselves from the bombardment along with organite crystals. But
yeah.
I'm sorry.
See, that's what it said on the title. When it said Electro Smog, it says pyramids, diomids, and matter of fact, cubes,
torsion protection.
And all of that is leading up to what we're gonna get to the solution, which is called torsion protection.
So
that's
we
what
do have some solutions here, because based off this thing, brother, I feel like I'm probably going to die before the live is over.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because there's so much electro smog in my life.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm having trouble breathing like right now.
Exactly.
Just because I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
All right, so let me move forward now that you've given me some hope and a solution.
Yes, sir.
Sacred geometry overview: five platonic solids: tetrahedron, hexahedron, octahedron, icosahedron, dodecahedron, Vesica Pisces, flower of life, the torus, the Metatron's cube, Fibonacci sequence, Fibonacci spiral, and a sunflower, our galaxy in a Fibonacci spiral. So let's read. Before the universe came into being, there were only two things: existence and non-existence. Actually, I'm sorry. I'll just keep on. In actuality, there was only one thing, as non-existence cannot be a thing. Thus is void, a vast nothingness. No movement, sound, light, space, time, nothing. But the paradox lies within this definition. If there is nothing, we must first have the notion of a thing for there to be an observation of the lack thereof, this thing. We're here now, and where things, I'm sorry, we are here now, and we are things. Thus, there must have been something that existed alongside nothing, and must have had the qualities within it that set it apart from the non-existence. This thing, as you've guessed, is God, source, singularity, consciousness, whatever, folks. It's everything contained in one thing. Sacred geometry is the study of fundamental patterns, structures, processes, and principles that are at the foundation of reality. And the application of this knowledge is the design of human, social, and technological systems. Going to overview the sacred geometry one more time, the five platonic solids are basically shapes. Tetrahedron, which is fire, takes the shape of a pyramid, sort of like a 3D triangle for those who may be catching this on podcasts. Hexahedron takes the shape of a cube and it represents Earth. Octahedron takes the shape of a double pyramid, which meaning it's a pyramid on the top and the bottom, and that represents air. Icosahedron takes the shape of this funny thing, which looks like, I can't even describe it, but it represents water, and it's just a bunch of different shapes, which is a bunch of triangles. And then the dodecahedron represents ether, which we're not going to talk about until we turn 49. We have to go through 7 cycles of 7. Moving on.
See, basically, this is leading up to showing them. Is my audio messing up?
I mean, you okay? I'm listening.
Sound like my audio was like, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna say, this is basically leading up to showing them that, this is why angles, or the word angel, it's the same word as angle. So we talking about the angles. You feel me? Like they actually are creating this torsion field, the torus, or this protection around the object or yourself. So the angles are the angels, and believe it or not, they still protecting us. The angels are.
Always well said. The spiral is one pattern in an array of patterns, structures, and processes found throughout the cosmos that combine to reveal a whole unified model of what we call cosmic geometry, a geometry that underlies all forms and process. Though often we can only see a small portion of this unified model, such as the vortex in the examples just mentioned, there is emerging at this time an understanding of integrated system of which the vortex is a part of. We're going to see it in several examples within these pictures. I'm not going to go through all of them. Let's continue on if you don't mind. Okay. A 3D logarithmic spiral was found in the shells of mollusks, in the spiraling of a tidal washed kelp fronds, and in the shape of our own skin pores, though through which water vapors escape. Liquids and gases flow centripetally centripetally through these geometrically consistent flow forms with far less friction and more efficiency. Pax Scientific has designed fans, propellers, impellers, and aerators based on this shape. Interesting, interesting, interesting. What is what is magnetic field therapy? How does it work? How it works. Your body naturally has magnetic and electric fields. All your molecules have a small amount of energy in them. So here we are, magnets for health. Even though there's debate on how magnets affect the body, the positive effects of magnets is indisputable. The cells in the body create electrical charges and magnetic forces. The human body repairs magnetic fields for health and healthy regeneration. The effects of magnets have been studied by a number of researchers, and there's evidence that suggests that magnets may increase activity in the blood flow, which in turn would result in more efficient flow of oxygen and nutrients through the body. I wanted to ask the family, let me just see. I wanted to ask the family, why do you think magnets are going to increase blood flow? And this is what I want to ask the listening audience, and maybe even yourself if you wanted to kind of throw something out there, brother. Why do you think magnets increase blood flow?
Well, we all should know that the blood consists of iron. So, of course, this is gonna, pull the iron, help it flow a lot better.
Blood is made out of iron. Now, let me just throw this out there for those who didn't know that. Right. Blood is made of iron. Wow, right? I didn't know that. Well, with that said, what is the most magnetic metal in the world? Which people also ask, what metal is the most has the most magnetism? Iron. Iron is extremely well known ferromagnetic metal. In fact, it is the strongest ferromagnetic metal. It forms an integral part of the Earth's core and impacts its magnetic properties to even not only the body, but our planet. So as it is above, it is below. Just want to, okay, that was enough. Come on, family. That was fun the first time. The second time, no. Did you want to add something, brother? I'm gonna keep on going based off that. All right, so pyramidions. Now, I want to just look at the pyramidion really quickly and go back. Family, if you look at the top left-hand corner, there's a tetrahedron, and it represents fire. Now, why do I point out that the tetrahedron represents fire? Tetrahedron represents fire. But Crumb, I don't know it as a tetrahedron. I know it as a pyramid. Well, brother, do you know what the hold on, let me go back over here really quickly so I can teach. In the word pyramid, do you know what the
Y-R? Yeah, fire. And the mid in the middle, so it was a fire in the middle of what we call in the pyramids, or even inside of us, in the center of us, we have a central sun. That's what we would say.
This is which chakra is the fire chakra? It's in the middle. The pyramid in the middle. The pyramid, the fire in the middle. The chakra, solar plexus.
Oh, yeah, solar plexus. Yeah.
The solar plexus is the fire chakra. It's your pyramid in the middle. Now, when we're dealing with a person who likes to start fires, just to see, in honor of our neighborhood etymologists, Does anybody know what you call somebody who likes to start fires? Not you. I want to ask the listening audience. Do you guys know anybody out there? Do y'all know what you call somebody who likes to start fires? Hold on. Oh man, where's my thing at? Oh my God. I need like a whole set. I need a whole set of things. Guys, don't answer. Wait for me. Wait for me to play my music before you write your answers down. Oh Lord, I know somebody's. Oh, it's too late, Crumb. You're too late. You've already missed it. I've already missed it. I've already missed it. GJEOPAR. I've already missed this. Like 100 people have already answered, and I am just so late. It is at this point pathetic. At this point, for me to even try it is pathetic. And they're playing an ad too. So this is just like, yep, okay. I am so late. I was going to play the Jeopardy music, but apparently Charbay ruined that for me. I was going to play the Jeopardy music, True King, but you ruined that. Much love to you. Thank you so much. Solo 500. I appreciate it. You rain on my parade. I wanted to play the Jeopardy music. I apologize for being late. And it's on mute. Anybody know? Don't worry. She's already giving you the answer. I just want to play the music. I just want to play music. You know, it don't even matter at this point. They already gave the answer. Pyro. Pyro means fire. Now, when we go back and look, and we see the word pyramid. We know mid means middle, pyro means fire. The solar plexus is the fire chakra. And in terms of the platonic solid, this solid that has the shape, we're dealing with geometry.
Hey, Brother Grump. Hey, Brother Grump. Hey. Ain't it kind of coincidental? It's not coincident. But when you look at the word arson, the word arson is an anagram of Ra, sun. Huh?
Teach!
Ra, sun, or son of Ra. You know, the fire. You know, people who start fires are Rasons or Rasonist. You know?
Neighborhood etymologist. Okay, I see you playing with these words.
I want the people to know anagrams do exist.
Anagrams matter. Okay, so without further ado, now that we've kind of beat that horse just a lot, can we move on? I'm sorry, my apologies. That was me. I'm sorry. Pyramidions. Early stages of pyramidal energy research. Antoine Bovis, oops, sorry, that was my fault, sorry. Antoine Bovis was neither archaeologist or scientist. On his holiday in Egypt in 1930, when he visited Cheops Pyramid, he noticed a few dead animals, which time to time got lost inside the pyramid and starved to death. That these bodies of animals did not decay. They just absolutely dried out. He found more animals which were mummified by the power of a pyramid. Bovis later experimented with a model of a pyramid, approved these mummification, water evaporation, and antibacterial properties. Let me read this one more time. Bovis's later experiments with models of a pyramid approved these mummifications, later water evaporations, and antibacterial properties. Bovis' work inspired lots of people in their work, as well as attract direct followers of his magnificent work, including Svek, electro technician somebody. He patented his first pyramid to use its power to sharpen razor blades. Work on Mr. Bovis and Ing excited further examination in this field. Also, lots of official scientists are impressed by pyramids, but their further examination finished by notation that pyramids geometrically shape has the ability to deform magnetic field. Did you want to add something to this, brother?
No, I'm just go to the next one. I think the next one is something I wanted to touch on.
Okay, benefits of negative ions. They clean the environment, promote plant growth, relax effects.
Now I was gonna say I did have a screen I was sharing. That's what I was gonna say.
All right, let's see what you got here, brother.
Yeah, I was just see, this was actually something I was supposed to actually have put in the presentation because I'm sure, it's just like how I tell people, we've all heard of UFOs. Everybody knows what a UFO is, but nobody knows what a USO is. A USO. But that's a whole different subject. What I'm saying is everybody knows what a laser is. Yeah, we all know what lasers are, but we don't know what a maser is. And a maser, a maser actually stands for a microwave amplification by stimulated emissions of irradiation of radiation. Laser stands, LASER stands for light amplification by stimulated emissions of radiation. So your microwave and all of these devices can, the government could actually have a maser in your home right now. You feel me? Because this is a real weapon. A maser is a real weapon. But the same technology is cooking your food and giving you a bowl full of carcinogenic, material to be eaten. It's turning whatever you eating into carcinogenic.
That's crazy. That's incredible. Maser, never even heard of it. Pyramid. Scientists prove that no matter of a scientists prove that no matter of proportions, pyramids are amplified mentioned energies of torsion fields, aka cosmic energies, and also energies of electromagnetic spectrum. American scientist somebody says that Cheops pyramid concentrating energies in a very high frequency and that it is based on fact in its five angles or five angels. Angels are your guardian angels. These corner angels of the pyramid concentrates and directing into energy beams where all four meet in the king's chamber. Pyramidal, oh, I did it wrong, sorry. Pyramidal energy is healthy for human organisms as well as environment around and has multifunctional purpose. Basic pyramidology is that inside of a pyramid is accumulating and basic transforming universal energy called orgone. Pyramids in their principal shape, polarizing physical vacuum on both contradictory energies, is that why they can act both as a transmitter or receiver, is a vibrational device which is able to receive, transform, concentrate, direct, or emit energy. Last paragraph, and then you got to break this down for me. Lots of big words, brothers. Brother, you know I don't like that. Basic pyramidology is the inside of a pyramid is accumulating and transforming universal energy called orgone. The heart itself has an EM field, electromagnetic field, in which can be picked up at least 6 feet or more away from an individual with a beating heart. Some researchers are saying that the heart has an intelligence that it stores more information like emotions, has short and long-term memory, and it is a feedback mechanism. Brother, can you help me out? What are we reading here?
Yeah. Like everybody in the comment section who was ahead of the game, they're ahead of the game. They was talking about organite, and that's essentially what we're getting into. But that's what the pyramid or the pyramidion structure creates. It creates this orgone energy. So more so than a specific rock or anything, it's the angles, it's the shapes that emit certain torsion fields and certain energy. It's creating a protection around itself. So when we wear these things, it can, or have them around us, it can create a protection around you. For like Dr. Deborah Bless said, they've they have special technology that they can actually see, like night vision, basically, those type of things. Like they have technology that they can use to actually see the energy fields coming from these pyramids. And it's quite amazing how something so, like, just a small one in your home can do a lot more protection than you can imagine, like maybe up to like 100 feet.
Wow. In addition to that, the body gives about 6 feet of energy from the heart, acting the same way as the pyramid does.
Yeah, when you were saying King's Chamber, I was saying that all that is relative to the mind. Yeah.
Oh, the King's Chamber in here.
Yeah.
That's powerful. Okay.
So we are the pyramids, and like we were saying, the solar plexus, everything having that same fire in the pyramid.
Right.
Yep.
In quantum field theory, a bosonic field is a quantum field whose quanta are bosons. That is, they obey boson-Einstein statistics. Bosonic fields obey canonical communication relations as distinct from the canonical and anti-communication relations obeyed by ferromonic fields. I have no idea what I just read. Examples include scalar fields describing pin-zero particles such as the Higgs boson and gauge fields describing spin-1 particles such as the photon. I don't know what that means either. Fermions differ from bosons, which obey boson-Einstein statistics. A fermion can be an elementary particle, such as an electron, or it can be a composite particle, such as a proton. Brother, help me out. I'm lost in the sauce. Just got to unmute your mic.
Yeah. This is coming from Bose. Like if anybody ever had a Bose speaker, then you would know that these people have it down to a science. You feel me? And I see people even in the comment section, even they're making sense. They know what they're talking about now because they see what we're saying about these ultrasounds and how they creating weapons through sound. So they've got it down to a science, and this is just this is Bose's quantum field theory.
Harmonizing the negative effects of electro smog. Everything in nature communicates by waves. Electromagnetic fields are now being created with our modern tech, which are 1,000 times stronger seen in nature. Cell towers, cell phones, Wi-Fi, cordless phones, fluorescent lights, computers, etc. abound in our modern culture. In autumn of 2002, Swisscom installed a mobile cell tower at the highest point in the city of Hamburg, Switzerland, on top of a church tower. The numerous negative effects of the electrosensitivity on humans, animals, and birds were immediate. There were complaints of sleeping disorders, headaches, concentration deficiencies, and many other symptoms, which are now known to be caused by EMFs. Brooding songbirds and bats left the vicinity of Hamburg. The people of Hamburg complained vehemently. As a result, the Mediation Authority for Mobile Communications and Environment convinced Swisscom, the main telecom provider, to bring in Dr. Karim to see if use of the biogeometry tools might help. The project with Ibram Karim was initiated on August of 2003. The aim was to create a harmonic energy quality surrounding humans, animals, and plants in the city of Hamburg. Biogeometry tools were used to harmonize electrical cables, antennas, and homes of affected persons. So, Dr. Karim created the Hamburg emitter to harmonize the source of EMF emissions from the cell tower. The home kit with cubes containing biogeometry etchings to harmonize EMF was created, like figure number 16. Shows the Hamburg emitter as well as the cubes used in the home kit. The results of the city of Hamburg were spectacular. The problem of electrosensitivity was eliminated. Birds and bats returned. The study was carried out to fully documented under the auspice of Swiss Mediation Authority for Mobile Communications and Environment and telecom provider Swisscom. The booklet was published by the Hamburg author titled The Telecom Provider Swisscom. A booklet was published by a Hamburg author titled The Miracle of Hamburg. A summary of the results on frequency and severity of complements of electrosensitive. I'm sorry. I was almost daggone near perfect within that whole paragraph. I was reading like a damn computer for a heartbeat. Anyway. A summary of the results on frequency and severity of complements Compliance, that's where I screwed up at. A summary of the results on frequency and severity of compliance of sensitivity before and after implementation of biogeometry devices are shown. That's a mouthful. That was truly a mouthful.
I really hope they understand, like they clearly had a lot of effects, from the radiation. I mean, like, from the electro smog, and all of a sudden, the only treatment they came up with was this little box, the same little cube that they're looking at. They put this in the homes of the most affected people, and put it in the homes of the people living closest to the towers, and the transformation was amazing. How they actually came back to help. We talking about people that was the new leukemia patients. When they first heard of leukemia, they were like, they didn't know what to do, and they figured, like, hold on, it might be this tower that we have them living next to, this electricity. And guess what? They put these in the homes of the people, and the torsion. Basically, that's what it all boils down to. The torsion created the protection so their body could just heal itself.
Powerful. Indeed, very powerful. Harmonize. I'm sorry.
You already know. My bad, brother. You already know, because me and you, it's about this cube. We already know how holy the cube has. The cube is holy in many religions and aspects.
Right. I did a video on the Saturnine cube. I see somebody in the comments also mentioned Metatron's cube. In the Bible, Jesus describes heaven as a cube having length, width, and height. So here we go. Thermal imaging with an infrared camera provides a real-time holistic image of thermal energy transport. Thermal imaging with infrared cameras expands the visible spectrum of a human eye by doing the work an eye cannot. It perceives these longer wavelengths and captures them in a color-coded world that the human eye can understand. Introduction. Work in cube-shaped doped metal oxide nanocrystals establish localized surface plasmon resonance in the infrared region with a near field enhancement. I'm not really motivated to read all of that. Okay. Nanocrystals array near field enhancement. Let me just check this one out. Electromagnetic field in the confined cavity enhance the excited state to ground state transition rate according to somebody's golden rule. I think that says a lot within itself. What these things are doing is taking the energy, running it through the ground, bringing it back up in a positive, more harmonic state, just like you do with a car's battery. I'm not the smartest man in the world, but that's what I got from it.
Yeah, just like a tree absorbs carbon dioxide and gives us fresh oxygen. Yeah.
Indeed. What about right here? What do you see, brother?
Yeah, I was just I'm just showing you how people have these things all around us. Like, we live in a cube, like everything is this way for a reason, and it's pretty ancestral because it's not a modern thing. You feel me?
So you brought up torsion fields. Very foreign word to me. A torsion field, also called an exon field, a spin field, or a spinner field, and a microklepton field, is a feature of a pseudoscientific proposal that the quantum spin of particles can be used to cause emanations to carry information through vacuum orders of magnitude faster than the speed of light. What does that mean?
Actually, spin a field of pseudoscientific proposals that quantum spin of particles can be used to cause emanations. Yeah, it's saying that the force that we call in the torsion field is gonna counter, and is gonna be bumping into and attacking anything that's gonna come in contact with it that we can't see with our eyes. Other frequencies are gonna are gonna interact with that frequency. It's basically gonna be, it's just like, let's say, if you had a wind, something that's blowing air. You feel me? We can't see the air, but everything that's coming towards that is gonna, have to interact with that. So, the torsion fields, just like the ferromagnetic fields, are all the same way. Like, we can't quite see it, but we know everything that's coming in, in proximity of it is interacting with it, and it's gonna have to. You got to see him first. You know what I mean? It's like, something metal can't just get to you. It's gonna have to get to the magnet. So the same thing going with the torsion fields. Pushing outward, everything trying to come anywhere near has already been interacted with by the torsion field, just like the electronic devices we have. Before you can get over there and press the button, you've already interacted with the electromagnetic or the electro smog, the field that's coming from the device. So the same thing going for, natural things that we create to have, angles.
The tomb of Sabu, the tri-lobed schist bowl. It was excavated by Walter B. Somebody on January 10th in 1936 at the plateau edge of southern somewhere, approximately from the town somewhere. I don't even know what this stuff says. What do we got here, brother?
Yeah, you see, that's actually ancient, but of course nowadays they actually use this and they look at it like some high science, but they don't want to give the ancients any credit because this is coming from ancient Egypt. This is thousands of years old, and they don't know what the hell did they use it for. Like the torsion field that's created by a fan of this sort, like it's way more stronger than other propellers.
Oh, that's a fan blade at the bottom, right hand corner.
Yeah, nowadays we definitely use it as a fan blade, but they cannot tell you what the ancient Egyptians used it for. The one on the bottom is modern, but the one on top is the actual ancient one they found. So, they can't even explain what the heck we would have done with this technology because they know what they can do now, but they can't imagine what the heck was they doing.
Right. Torsion field communication has also been demonstrated. Digital signals were sent over a 22-kilometer distance in which a hill and concrete apartment buildings intervened. This was further evidence that the torsion fields are neither absorbed nor diminished. Superluminal velocities of communication have been demonstrated. Perhaps the most astounding discovery is that the photograph taken of the Earth's surface, such as a plane or satellite, leaves an imprint of the torsion field on the picture emulsion. I don't understand what I just read, brother.
Yeah, for some reason, it's just like it's almost like the aura is still captured in the photo. That they're saying when these space shuttles, reach these top speeds and reach these heights, or get out of our view, for some reason the torsion left behind is still actually photographed all of a sudden. Something that they just simply said was pseudo scientific.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Negative and positive electrons converge, creating spin and flip torsion, subtle energy activation. Tesla energy lights is a finely calibrated.
The Tesla, Nikola Tesla. Yep.
Nikola Tesla energy lights, the Nikola Tesla, is a finely calibrated subtle energy activation system made with intuitively engineered Tesla technology that fuels noble gases and 26 tubes for production of coherent balanced harmonics on demand. This full-body electronic donor quantum informational biophysics data system broadcasts positive and negative biophons via a proprietary unipolar dual bias complementary process. Wow. These the Tesla energy lights dual polarity design synergies multi-dimensional frequencies, which results can be observed and measured by the Russian GDV gas discharge visualization camera. Its photonic process captures and measures the subtle energy fields with people and material. I'm not sure what I just read.
Yeah, yeah. See, this is Nikola Tesla showing you that he's not putting these devices on the people. He's just registering what the result is from the energy is emitting, which is the torsion field that's it emitting, and being within that force field is doing great things for the body and the healing process. And you know, I'm not sure if Nikola Tesla was aware that in the future this would be able to protect people from radiation. Electro smog.
Oh, right. Okay. It is really important to understand that the magnetic field of the Tesla lights are generating torsion in present time without a delay in time or space. Directing subtle energy with intention makes this a very interactive opportunity to fuel not only personal goals in this physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, but especially for humanity as torsion operates throughout the global instantly in remote and distant applications. When sitting or lying between two arrays of 26 lit gas-filled tubes, spinning electrons flip and converge in a field of billions of cascading ions. A way to bring one back into balance is by directing torsion through the acupuncture meridian system. What say ye, brother?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we only got a few more.
Okay. Water study. Under the advisement of psychiatrist Dr. Somebody, one dreams of one drum of vials of uncharged distilled water contains 0.09% salt, the same amount of salt content in human blood, are filled. The GDV camera measured the absorption from charged air in the room atmosphere produced after the 5th minute Tesla light session. Upon the lights turning off, the water study commenced as the protected samples previously in a separate room were placed between both units for 15 minutes. Water study. With the Tesla lights off, the GD measured the water before and after as the photo below reveals. On the left is a baseline water, and on the right is the same water having absorbed the charged air for 15 minutes. The GDV measured a 20% shift in the glow. Data recorded at 2.4 seconds of GDV capture, left and after. What is this? You you on mute.
Matter of fact, the GDV is the name of that camera that
Right.
I was like how Dr. Deborah bled him say like this. These devices can show you, you know, the torsion. These devices can show you, you know, the energy fields that's coming from these devices. I mean, coming from these structures or whatever. And hold on. Yeah, and it was just showing you the effects of what the Tesla lights, doing. It's showing you actual proof. It's showing a 20% increase of the glow of the, you know, of the water itself, of the sample.
Right, right. Okay. And what do we got here?
It's just more of what we call the torsion science. It's just showing you that this is nothing new. A lot of people want to call it pseudo-scientific because it mostly has to be drawn. We can't show you what the wind looks like. We can't show you what torsion looks like. You feel me? Because it's not visible to the human eye unless you're gonna go under these, GDV cameras and using these different kind of a night vision type, equipment. Other than that, we only have it in drawings and written examples like that.
The object or obelisk used for the Presence album. The record, the The record jacket designer said, "When I think of the group, I always think of power and force. There's a definite presence there." That was it. He wanted to call it Obelisk. To me, it was more important that it was more important what was behind the obelisk. Led Zeppelin had real objects produced for the photo shoots. Shortly after, Albert Museum Graphics in New York was contacted to produce 1,000 individually numbered 12-inch tall black obelisk for Swan Song to use in their promotion of the record. This is the only time the object was ever revealed by Swan Song Atlantic Records. Coincidence? I think not. I don't understand what that means.
Yeah, and basically we know it as a obelisk, but they actually get the word object from the word obelisk because the object that we call an obelisk, the torsion field or the energy that's being emitted from it is something that we're not really perceiving. You feel me? That's why this device right here, or just they'll have this in their homes, like Led Zeppelin them. They had just those twisted obelisks in their homes, and they always spoke of the presence you could feel. They say this is it. Like whatever it is about this is more, like almost more powerful than anybody in the room. Like everybody coming in the room can feel the energy of these torsions. It's just like going back to the caduceus and all these different ancients, and that's why signs and symbols are truly for the conscious mind. It's just like we say, knowledge of self. I can't put this phone in my ear and realize if it's hurting me if I don't have knowledge of self. I'm not even studying myself at all time. I'm not watching when my senses get heightened. I'm not watching, I'm not using my spidey senses. So yeah, people have acclaimed about the jed pillars and the obelisk and their torsion power.
Okay.
I was just showing it in ancient times. I was just showing the replication.
In the vacuum torsion field are quantum spin of empty space, the large-scale coherent effects of the spin of the particles in the virtual sea. According to Murad, claimed that the torsion field is identical to the transverse spin polarized in the physical vacuum of the gravitational field is identified as the longitude spin polarization of the physical vacuum. Torsion fields are generated by the spin and or angular movement. Any object or particle that spins produces torsion waves and processes its own unique torsion field. According to some, torsion waves are the missing link in the search for the final theory of everything, or TOE, a unified field theory, or GUT, grand unified theorem. In other words, with torsion physics, we are approaching the unified field theory that quantum mechanics that combines quantum mechanics with Newton's physics. Brother, how would you like to close this out?
Yeah, I just wanted everybody to, truly know what we up against with this 5G. We proudly going into the 5th generation of electronics, and as stated in the very beginning, what we call in the age of technology should probably more so be called the age of radiation, because the most intelligent people that ever lived, the ancients, the ancestors, who did, the greatest buildings and structures we ever known, like they didn't use technology, or, they didn't use, these type of devices, they knew how to get it, naturally, and we got to go back to that and stop feeling like that's third world. It'll be third world to not go to the 5th generation of this technology. It's not. It'll probably make us live longer. It makes me think of people living hundreds of years, like the Bible said. I mean, because I know it's not going to happen with 100 million more times radiation than the last 50 years. And I don't know where y'all think we're going to in the next 50, but it's going to be 100 million times more by then. And I just want y'all to know, like, I connect 5G and blood clots are heavy together. And you'll see that these F waves and things are boiling your blood down on a molecular level. So this could be what's killing us. This could be the true epidemic. That's why I bring this to us.
Another amazing demonstration of the information, brother. You are greatly appreciated. If you could close us out by telling us who you are and where we can find you at.
Yeah, it's your boy D Calico. You can find me on YouTube the same way, DEE Calico, or find me on the Alhambra Society, or as always, you can find me on Crumb TV.
Brother Red Pill representing Know the Ledge, one half of the Twin Pillars. I am here rocking with Crumb TV.
Now you are watching Crumb TV.
You can find me on Crumb TV.
You can catch me on Crumb TV.
This is Chief Kalanago here at Crumb TV.
I am Joy Allen of the Memoirs of a Karmic Dynasty in the Crumb TV studio.
Honored to be on your program, brother.
Peace.
Peace.